That's amazing, Phil. So you've just dragged me out of the office now. I've got a stinking cold. Cows can't get colds. Can I? Human colds?
Well, no, not quite like that, no.
And this cow that stood in front of us, there appears to be a sort of a bag full of fluid hanging from its rear. What's going on?
Well, so she's just starting to calve now.
Right.
And so the bag you can see is the placenta, or part of the sac that the new calf is inside.
Yeah.
And the fluid is the amniotic fluid that it's been living in while it's in the womb.
Right.
And you can just see that there's a toe visible.
Yeah.
Now, I've checked to make sure that the first thing that is important to check is that the calf is presented the right way. So basically, translated into human terms, it's sort of like in a diving position. So both feet, front feet, straight out in front of it, and its head lying on top of them.
Right.
And so what we're going to do is, because we're here, although she may not need helping,
Right.
it just safeguards the issue if we do help her.
Yeah.
And it means that it's less effort for her, and it means that we're right on hand when the calf's actually born to clear its airways and make sure all is tickety-boo.
Right, fantastic. We've got all these little calves dancing around us, all these little banded leg calves. So they're all slightly different ages, aren't they?
Yeah, these are sort of all calved at different times during the month of January, really.
Yeah.
So
lovely looking little things. They're so sweet faced, aren't they? You know, different colours as well. There's a grey one and a brown one and a
because of
black
our
one.
sort of polyglot breeding lines,
Yeah.
we've got some Angus crosses, which is the black one, and then the brown and white one there is a Charolais cross.
Right.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I'll go and try and put the ropes on.
All right then. So, I mean, what are you doing now? You seem to be sticking your arm somewhere. It's an interesting situation. The cow stood. I mean, she stood stock still now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's an older cow, so she's quite used to me.
Right.
She's not terribly fussed. And also, as soon as I start meddling with the calf,
Yeah.
her urge to strain takes over, and she'll tend to stand still.
Right. Yeah. She's standing still well. So
obviously
you've got your wrists right. You're kind of tying a loop of rope now then around the ankles of the calf's legs. I could just see the legs sticking out of the cow. The amniotic fluid is spilling out everywhere.
It's very important stuff because it's a lubricant.
Right.
And
so you kind of dip into that bag really then to lubricate your arms.
There's plenty more in there.
Right.
But my hand's round the calf's nose at the moment.
Right.
And all the time that I'm manipulating the calf, I'm helping to expand her vulva so that there's room for the calf to come out without damaging her. Right. Now I'll get the calving ready.
Right. And it's presumably this cow, when she stood here just looking at us now, presumably she has an idea of what's going on, and you're helping her.
A lot of it is about smell.
Right.
Once she can smell the amniotic fluid on my hand, and so on, it's all instinct, so that she knows what's going on.
Right.
And now my problem will be that she'll go round and round tasting smell.
See, she wants to try, and yes, she is. She's tasting it.
I can get the...
You're right, you got it now. Got the rope. Yeah.
An arrest situation.
So how old? I mean, how long does a calf take to? Does it stay in the womb before it's born then, and what's the?
It's a little bit longer than a human being. I can't remember exactly the number of days. I suppose I should do. It does vary, interestingly, both with breeds and individuals.
Right.
So that you get a different answer at gestation period for different animals. But it's not normally more than a few days now.
Right.
Now this brutal looking tool,
oh my God,
is what we call a carving. And it is
that guy's making some interesting noises now.
Oh
dear.
Traction.
It's gonna hurt.
There's not much pull on there, but it means that I can do it on my own.
Right.
And if I need to pull a lot, I've got traction there right when I need it.
Yeah.
The trick to using it is patience.
Right.
Because you've got huge leverage.
Oh dear, yeah. Yeah, I can see that the cat's eyes are lit up a bit.
Her reaction actually is nothing to do with pain.
Right.
What it is to do with is the smell. She's looking for her calf.
Right.
Because her instinct tells her
she's flipping around to try and lick it as soon as it possibly comes out.
Just
yeah.
as soon as. We're just applying really gently. Little bit of.
Just cranking those legs out. So every time you crank, either legs sort of moves forward a bit, just pulling slowly out of the cow.
That we always put the ropes above the fetlocks.
Yeah.
Now they're on a tightening noose, but they won't hurt the calf there.
Yeah.
If you put them below the fetlock, you can damage the ligaments.
Right.
But there, it doesn't hurt it, and although it looks as if they're very tight, it's very, very rare indeed that you do any damage at all. But you can again exert significant.
Yeah.
And if you see what I'm doing is maintaining traction.
Right.
On the calf.
Yeah. God, I can see its nose now. Look.
She's doing most of the work, but I'm just.
So she's pushing. I can see she's pushing now. Yeah. And the tongue is sticking out. So we've got half the head now, and the tongue's sticking out of the. I did see the nostrils flare then.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the whole head now. Right. Oh yeah. Look, his eyes are closed. Just
cleansing away.
Yeah.
Now, apart from the ratcheting out,
the little guy is now popping out into the world, steaming away.
Now you'll see now, while he's hanging down,
it's
an ideal opportunity to get all the crud out of it there. You saw that come out then?
Yeah.
It's very important that they get rid of that.
Right.
Because
oh, there you go. Oh, blood and mucus and placentas and all sorts of juicy stuff. Oh, lovely. So the cow's now licking her calf. The calf's fallen on this beautiful warm bed of straw. And you're just poking that mucus, trying to get the mucus out of its nose, mouth, and
this is
lovely. That other cow's trying to get in on the act. I don't know whether it needs a.
That cow and I have a fairly dubious relationship because the
problem
needs.
Off you go. Go on, away.
This cow is a good cow.
Yeah, it's a troublesome cow. I suppose you get them characters in the animal world. But
so we've got a nice bull calf.
Right.
By Charolais bull.
Fantastic. Such a pretty little calf. So it's kind of grey with the curly fetlocks on its forehead.
You see these first few coughs.
Yeah.
And in a minute he'll probably shake his head. And that's the surefire indication that we're heading in the right direction.
Right, yeah.
You can see him sorting himself out because all his airways are full of mucus and crud.
Yeah.
And you just keep tempting them to cough and swallow and...
Oh, yeah, he's spluttering away, trying to clear his lungs. Mum's licking away, getting all that stuff off him. And I suppose it's good for her as well. I suppose it's good nutrition, really, if she eats
she will
placenta
probably
and
eat the
fluid.
Placenta now, and that's dead right. This bonding period is the most important bit of cow-calf relationship.
Right.
If you muck up this bit for the next 2 or 3 hours,
right,
it'll lead to all sorts of problems. This is the bonding time, and she'll settle down after the shock of calving, and it's all just right, and that's when he starts to recognise mum.
Yeah.
And of course the important thing is that we've got about 8 hours for him to have a good suck of colostrum, which is its mother's first milk.
Right,
which is absolutely vital. If they fail to get that for whatever reason, he'll almost certainly die within a week, however much food we give him, because of septicemia, or that he's got absolutely no immune system without that colostrum. Absolutely critical. So that'll be the important job this afternoon, to make sure that he has a good drink.
Did you see Monty born?
Yeah, I did.
Did you? Was it something similar to this?
Well, Heather wouldn't let me bring my carving aid, so it was similar in as much that it never
slightly
ceases
longer.
to amaze
I should
me
think this was quite a fast process, wasn't it?
The new life, there's a brand new one out of the box. And it never ceases to amaze me.
No, it's pretty stunning, really. That's a wonderful thing for me to see as well.
You see now, you can just see the calf's instincts kicking in.
He's trying to
get up
on his
as soon
feet.
as he can. That's part of the sort of old-fashioned defence instincts, to get up and run, because they're very vulnerable at this stage.
Right.
The eons ago, the predators that preyed on cattle's predecessors.
A
tasty meal there. And
yeah,
so as
absolutely.
Soon as he can
So
get
he's
up
trying
and
to
move around and get his colostrum.
Excellent. What an experience. Cheers, Phil.
Well, there you go.